because he was making very quick snap decisions. And I think that's what this line needs. It needs a quarterback who reads a defense at a genius IQ level, and that's what Kenny Pickett has shown through 2 preseason games. And oh, by the way, Richie, Mike Tomlin did say, I put a lot more stock in preseason games than I do training camp practices. And Pickett has been the best quarterback in preseason games.
Okay, I'll play devil's advocate with you in just 1 second. I was there for practice yesterday. I was there in Jacksonville for the game. We're still seeing the same rotation of Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph. Now, if Mitch Trubisky has a great game, if Kenny Pickett has a great game again, I think he has a chance to move up. But I don't see it because they haven't deviated from Mitch Trubisky. I think he's a lock to start the season week 1, no matter what happens in this game. And I understand what you're saying here. I think that's the reason Kenny Pickett moved up to number 2 right now. Now, if you're saying
they have deviated.
Week 6.
They have deviated.
A little there.
They have deviated. It was originally Rudolph and then Pickett. And Pickett outplayed Rudolph and moved to the 2nd spot. So we've already seen Tomlin with an open mind when it comes to the backup, which obviously is not as important as who your starting quarterback is going to be. But, Richie, if Mike Tomlin was convinced that Mitch Trubisky was his quarterback, why wouldn't he have just named Trubisky the starter like the Panthers did with Baker Mayfield yesterday? If it's so easy, if it's already over, why not say, no, there's no competition. Sunday doesn't matter. Mitch Trubisky's my starting quarterback. And oh, by the way, if Trubisky is the starter, then he won't play in Sunday's game. Because we heard Dan Campbell, the Lions coach, say, I'm not going to play Jared Goff. Jared Goff is my starting quarterback. The rest of my starters will play, but not Goff. If Tomlin thinks Trubisky's a starter, he's not going to risk Trubisky behind this line in Sunday's game. You saw how he almost got killed Saturday night. If it's over, if it's an open shut competition and it's done and Trubisky's the winner, then I don't think he should play on Sunday.
Yeah, I didn't think Trubisky was going to play. I guess we're going to find out on Friday if he does play in this game. I didn't really think it was a dress rehearsal, but it sounds like when I was in the locker room yesterday, the guys were talking about game planning for the first time and treating this like a regular season week. So I don't know how many.
Ben Roethlisberger never played in the final preseason game. Why would Trubisky if he's the starting quarterback and there's nothing left to be decided?
I agree, and you don't want to get these guys hurt. I do think the offensive line plays. I do. I think
because they stink and they need it. Yeah. They need reps. Those guys stink.
You won't see Watt. You won't see Cam. You won't see Minka. You won't see guys like that play. And I would imagine you wouldn't see the starting quarterback. So that's what makes me wonder. So say Mitch Trubisky doesn't play. Kenny Pickett starts, which I think would happen, right? Lights it up. Does he have a chance to be the starter week 1? There's going to be a lot of pressure, but I just...
Well, yeah, it would take Tomlin changing his mind, which he's allowed to do. He's the head coach of the team.
Yeah.
If I were Mitch Trubisky, I would want to play. I would want to go out there, put a great drive or two together, and solidify myself as the starting quarterback. If he doesn't, and Pickett is great, well, then he leaves Mike Tomlin with that last impression that might change his mind. This much is clear. Pickett has been the best quarterback in the preseason games, and he looks NFL ready. Now, you can give me other excuses like the offensive line is going to get him killed, or it's easier to go from a veteran quarterback to a rookie quarterback. But if it's really going to boil down to who has been the best quarterback in the preseason, it's Pickett, hands down.
You're right.
And not small hands. Not small hands, Richie. I'm not trying to make a joke there. The gloves make his hands look much bigger.
You're right. Okay. But Dwayne Haskins was the best quarterback going into that last preseason game last year, too. Wouldn't you say?
But Dwayne Haskins didn't get an opportunity in games 2 and 3 with first-team players like Pickett did against Jacksonville. And Tomlin was so impressed that after 8 plays, he said, hey, take the rest of the night off, kid. Haskins didn't get to throw to Pat Freiermuth like Pickett. He had to throw to Kevin Rader, Richie. He had to throw to Kevin Rader. With all due respect to our friends listening in Pine Richland, he didn't have the great tight end. He didn't have Deontay Johnson. he had Cody White in those preseason games.
All right. Why I might be leaning more towards there's a chance that Pickett has a chance to start the first game is because when I was in the locker room after the game talking to some of those guys, and I played that soundbite before this the night of sports call, Deontay Johnson, I interviewed him. And it was the first time I really got that kind of reaction from a player that was kind of in awe, not in awe, but like, yeah, I think
impressed.
they could really impressed, and I think they could really get behind this guy.
Yeah, and like people say the line is going to ruin his career. He looked so comfortable behind that line where Kendrick Green's missing every block, where Dan Moore's not giving him a lot of time. I think Mitch Trubisky is a little bit shell-shocked by his time in Chicago. He's a great athlete, but I think he knows that the line is bad, and he's looking to scramble almost right away on every play. I think he sees the rush coming, and I think that that's actually a negative. I think Pickett is more poised. Now, maybe if he gets hit too much, it would change. But right now, Pickett looks more comfortable behind a bad line. He's getting the ball out in rhythm better than Trubisky is.
He played a lot behind a few bad lines at Pitt up until last year. All right, we got to take a break. Back with your phone calls. 412-575-2600 is the number.